Why does she come running back? The power of absence when you disappear is not a coincidence, it's psychology. When you pull away, you trigger something deep inside her. Suddenly, you're not just the guy she overlooked, you're the mystery she can't figure out. She starts questioning everything. Why isn't he chasing me? Did I lose him? Did I make a mistake? This isn't about playing games, it's about standing attraction. In today's world, by the end of this video, you'll understand why disappearing makes her crave you and how to use this to your advantage. Stay tuned, because this will change how you see things. Section 1. The mystery of absence and its power. Let's dive deeper into why absence is such a powerful force in today's world. Everyone is overly connected. We're used to instant replies, constant availability, and a sense of being in control of others' time and attention. For modern women, this is even more amplified. Social media, dating apps, and instant messaging have created an environment where attention is easy to get. But here's the thing, what's easy to get is rarely valued. When you suddenly disappear, it disrupts this expectation. You're no longer just another guy responding to her texts or liking her posts. Instead, you become an exception. Think about it. When something is always there, you stop noticing it. But the moment it's gone, it becomes all you can think about. This is the psychology of absence for the modern woman. Your disappearance isn't just noticeable, it's a shock to her system. She might start asking herself questions like, why did he stop replying? Is he busy? Did I do something wrong? Is he talking to someone else? These aren't just idle thoughts, they create a mental loop. The more she thinks about you, the more she becomes drawn to you. And it's not just about the time you're gone, it's about how you come across. By pulling back, you're signaling that you're confident, independent, and in control. You're showing her that your world doesn't revolve around her. This stands out in a generation where most people are desperate for validation. Suddenly, you're not just another guy, you're someone she wants to figure out. Absence also builds intrigue. People are naturally curious about what they can't have or control. When you disappear, you create a sense of mystery, and in relationships, mystery is one of the most powerful tools of attraction. It keeps her invested, guessing, and wanting more. Section 2. Why absence makes her reevaluate your value. Now let's talk about value. When you're always available, you make it clear that your time isn't as valuable as hers. You're the one waiting, the one responding immediately, the one prioritizing her above everything else. But when you disappear, the dynamic changes completely. Modern women are sharp, they pick up on patterns. If you're always chasing, they assume you're easy to get, and let's be honest, nobody values what's easy. When you vanish, it's like flipping a switch. Suddenly she starts wondering, did I underestimate him? Is he busier or more successful than I thought? These thoughts elevate your value in her mind. Think of it like a high-end product. If something is rare, people assume it's valuable. It's the same with your time and attention. When you pull away, you're sending a clear message. I don't give my energy to just anyone, and that's something she'll notice, even if she doesn't admit it. Here's another angle. Absence creates space for her to miss you. When you're always there, she doesn't have time to appreciate you, but when you're gone, she starts replaying past interactions. She remembers the things you said, the way you made her feel, and the attention you gave her. Absence magnifies these memories, making them more impactful than they were in the moment. And don't underestimate the role of comparison. When you're gone, she's left with the guys who are constantly chasing her. Guess what? Most of them are doing the same things, texting nonstop, asking for her time, and over-validating her. In contrast, you're the one who isn't begging for her attention. That difference is what makes her re-evaluate your worth. Section 3. The psychology of modern attention. Let's face it, attention is everything in today's world. Social media, smartphones, and dating apps have created a culture where attention is as valuable as money. For modern women, this is amplified. They're used to being the center of attention, receiving compliments, direct messages, and endless validation. But here's the catch. The more attention they get, the less they value it. When you disappear, you take away something she's grown accustomed to, your attention. And let me tell you, absence doesn't go unnoticed. In fact, it's louder than anything you could say. Silence speaks volumes, especially in a world that's always talking. Here's why this works. The human brain craves closure. When you're suddenly unavailable, she doesn't just wonder about you. She needs to understand why. That's when curiosity kicks in, and it starts building intrigue. The more she wonders about you, the more she'll want to understand you. This natural psychological response is a powerful tool in attraction. Why does she come running back? The power of absence. When you disappear, she starts trying to make sense of it. Why isn't he texting me? Did I do something wrong? Is he seeing someone else? These questions aren't just annoying, they become consuming. She starts thinking about you more than she realizes, and in the process, you become a priority in her mind. This isn't about playing games or manipulation. It's about creating space for her to recognize your value. By stepping back, you're giving her a chance to reflect on what she had and what she might lose. It's a powerful psychological shift, and it's incredibly effective. Another key point, when you're not giving her attention, she starts seeking it elsewhere. But here's the catch. No one else gives her the same feeling you do. Your absence creates a vacuum, and no matter how many DMs or likes she gets, they won't fill the gap you left. This is the psychology of scarcity, and it's one of the most powerful tools in attraction. Section 4. Why the modern woman values confidence. Overchasing confidence is key, especially in today's dating world. But let's redefine what confidence really means. It's not about showing off or being arrogant. It's about knowing your worth and not compromising it for anyone. When you disappear, you're showing her that you don't need her validation to feel good about yourself. Modern women are drawn to men who are self-assured. They want someone who knows what he brings to the table and doesn't feel the need to prove it constantly. By stepping back, you're demonstrating emotional maturity and self-control. You're not chasing her because you don't have to. And here's the interesting part. This kind of confidence is rare. Most men today are so eager to please that they forget their own value. They text nonstop, plan their days around her schedule, and bend over backward for her approval. But when you disappear, you're showing her that you're not like the rest. You're someone who values his time, his energy, and his peace of mind. This kind of confidence doesn't just make you attractive, it makes you unforgettable. She starts comparing you to the other guys in her life, and none of them measure up. They're all trying too hard, while you're simply being yourself, and that's the ultimate power move. Confidence also signals that you're in control. By disappearing, you're showing her that you're not afraid to walk away. You're not desperate, and you're not dependent on her attention. This kind of independence is magnetic because it's so rare. Section 5. The scarcity effect. Why less is always more scarcity is one of the most powerful psychological triggers in human behavior. Think about it. When something is hard to find, its value automatically increases. This applies to luxury items, rare collectibles, and yes, even your attention. Modern women are used to an abundance of attention from men, but when you suddenly disappear, you flip the script. Your time and presence become scarce, and scarcity creates demand. Imagine a designer handbag that's only available for one day. It flies off the shelves because people know they might not get another chance. That's the same dynamic at play when you step away. When you're constantly available, she may subconsciously think, "Oh, he's always there, so I don't need to prioritize him." But the moment you're gone, The rarity of your attention makes her crave it. She starts to wonder if she took you for granted. This is the scarcity effect in action. By stepping back, you're creating a sense of exclusivity around your presence. You're not just another guy in her inbox. You're someone who values himself enough to be selective about who gets his energy. This changes the way she sees you. Instead of chasing her, you become the prize, and that's a position of power. Section 6. The confidence to walk away. Why it's so attractive. One of the biggest mistakes men make is fearing loss. They're so afraid of losing a woman's interest that they overcompensate by texting too much, calling too often, and bending over backward to keep her happy. But here's the harsh truth. Desperation is unattractive. Modern women are attracted to men who are not afraid to walk away. Why? Because it shows strength, self-respect, and confidence. When you disappear, you're silently communicating, I know my worth, and I'm not going to beg for anyone's attention. This is a rare quality, especially in a world where most men are willing to settle for breadcrumbs. Walking away doesn't mean you don't care. It means you value yourself enough to prioritize your peace and happiness over someone who isn't reciprocating your energy. This is incredibly attractive to women because it sets you apart. It shows that you have boundaries, standards, and the strength to enforce them. When you disappear, you're not just pulling back physically, you're making a statement about your worth. And the moment she realizes she might lose you, it will trigger a shift in her mindset. Her perception of you changes. Section 7. Emotional space. Letting her chase you. In today's fast-paced world, relationships often feel rushed. There's an expectation for instant connections, constant communication, and quick results. But here's the thing, real attraction takes time, and sometimes it needs space to grow. When you disappear, you're giving her that emotional space. You're allowing her to reflect on her feelings without the pressure of your constant presence. This space is crucial because it shifts the dynamic. Instead of you chasing her, she starts to chase you. Think about it. When someone is always in your face, it can feel overwhelming. But when they step back, it creates a void. That void is where desire grows. She starts to miss your energy, your attention, and the way you made her feel. This longing is what draws her back to you. Emotional space isn't about playing games. It's about creating a healthy dynamic where both people have room to breathe. By disappearing, you're showing her that you're secure enough to give her that space, and in return, she'll come to value you even more. Section 8. The fear of missing out. Why she can't let you go. FOMO, the fear of missing out, is a real psychological phenomenon. It drives people to stay glued to their phones, check social media constantly, and say yes to things they don't even enjoy. And guess what? It applies to relationships too. When you disappear, you trigger her fear of missing out. She starts to wonder, am I losing someone amazing? Did I make a mistake? Will someone else take his place? These questions create a sense of urgency in her mind. The fear of losing you to someone else is especially powerful. Modern women are competitive, whether they admit it or not. The idea that you might move on to someone else lights a fire under her. It makes her reevaluate her feelings and prioritize you in a way she didn't before. By disappearing, you're not just creating curiosity, you're creating scarcity, and scarcity makes people act. She won't just think about you, she'll start taking steps to bring you back into her life. That's the power of FOMO. Section 9. The long game. How disappearing builds respect. Let's talk about respect. In any relationship, respect is the foundation of attraction. Without it, no amount of effort or affection will make a difference. When you disappear, you're not just creating desire, you're building respect. Modern women respect men who value themselves. By stepping back, you're showing her that you're not afraid to stand alone. You're demonstrating strength, independence, and self-respect. These are qualities that command respect, not just from women, but from everyone around you. Disappearing also shows that you're not afraid to play the long game. You're not rushing things or trying to force a connection. Instead, you're confident enough to let things unfold naturally. This patience is attractive because it shows emotional maturity. And here's the thing: respect isn't something you can demand, it's something you learn through your actions. By disappearing, you're showing her that you're not like the others. You're someone who knows his worth and isn't afraid to walk away if it's not reciprocated. This earns you her respect, and with respect comes deeper, more meaningful attraction. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.